Robert.
And I'm Vanessa.
And we're late to the party.
And just a mere 48 hours from right now when we're editing this, we are on our way to California to go see the Free-For-All live.
Free-For-All 3!
Definitely gonna be insane, you know, insane in the membrane.
We've got Geek House coming in from San Diego, and my mom is coming with, so she's gonna witness her first Schmoedown live event. And what better way to do it than the Free-For-All? But going into the Free-For-All, we've gotta clear the deck a little bit and figure out who is going to be holding those titles heading into that Free-For-All.
Yes, as you all know, I am going to be who you got, hashtag who you got. Is the Shirewolves.
And I'm going for critically acclaimed because I love the boys. I do want to see them get some gold, especially just for our own benefit. Being the only ones to ever defeat critically acclaimed, especially if they're holding on to the belts, that kind of makes us a big deal, even though, you know, we did fall to Clark Wolf herself with Mark Riley. But if they do end up losing the titles to critically acclaimed, it's very, very important for Clark or Rachel to win the free-for-all, and if critically acclaimed falters and does not win, they could immediately get another title shot if Bibiani pulls off what Bibiani does at these events. So it's going to be insane. Now, there was an undercard for this match, which we did not film a reaction to, but we watched it. Man, it was rough. I did kind of feel bad in a way for the two of them because there were not very many correct answers on the board. However, I was also one of them, not having very many correct answers in my pocket during that match. Not very well, except for all the Star Wars questions. A-Wing, come on.
Oh, I got that question. I was like, it's an A-Wing, it's an A-Wing. I remember when he goes, ah, and then he goes through
It's 5 forward, 5 power. Ah, too late.
You see his face, but yeah, other than that, I mean, I think that I did pretty well. I got 8 points in the first round myself, and then I also got all the Harry Potter questions without having to go to multiple choice.
And I do feel bad for Winston because I do feel like Winston is just in a rut right now, which we have seen many times. Everybody from the champions to the middle level players in a rut, and what the insult to injury too is he lost Zipper, man. Zipper turned on Winston and just got all angry and, you know, walked off the team, and that makes me sad because we really wanted to play World's Finest if we ever get back to the Schmoedown.
Right, and that would have been a great one. So just seeing them implode from within. It basically reminded me of from Revenge of the Sith when you had Amidala. She's like, you're breaking my heart. You're going down the path that I can't follow.
It was terrible for Zipper to do that. And yeah, poor Winston, man. He's in a rut and he needs to find his way back out. Didn't even do a post interview in that match, which was kind of weird. So I'm hoping everything's all right. Hoping they maybe just forgot or something happened to the footage. But I'm hoping he's not taking it too hard. So, Winston,
we want to see you back.
We got your back, buddy. Join us. We'll be in a team. Which is weird because we're never there, so we apologize. But either way, on to the big match. We've got the Shirewolves versus critically acclaimed. I really hope it's a battle that, you know, is deserving of a title match.
And I think it will. I mean, these two teams are very much up there in the echelons of the Schmoedown. I mean, they have a lot of knowledge between all four of them.
Right.
So it will be a great thing to watch it and develop and unfold.
And the Shirewolves got to get those awards next year. And having another, you know, greatest match of the year is definitely going to be something if they can pull it off again. Because Rachel, she's already got plenty in her bank. So let's take a look and see who comes out victorious in this battle. Now,
feeling good?
Yeah, I mean, I think we just do what we do. Go out there, we keep calm.
Yep, talk to each other.
Those belts probably feel like comfort, like weighted blankets.
That's it. That's all we do. Yep, and just breathe.
Especially the Inner Geekdom one, because that one's heavy.
Well, it's the Shirewolves. Those are some really nice belts you got there.
Close up on the belt.
If you were to lose them today, which is gonna happen. I'm terribly sorry, but your championship is gonna have to be relinquished.
Yeah, we've done this so many times.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 weeks ago I heard this from Kalinowski.
Yeah, and the boss.
Yep, they said it too.
Bateman loves
Team action.
Yeah, so we've heard this all before.
Yeah, you know,
of course, Team Action was live too.
Bateman, and we're not Kalinowski.
Not for the belts.
We're not any of the other players. We are the players who will defeat you today. And we have the strength, we have the power, we have the brains, and William, do you have anything to add?
I am such a fan! You guys are so cool! When you beat Kalinowski all those times, when you beat Kidman all those times, those guys are such jerks! You're so good! You're so good! What?
Do you have anything else to add?
Yes! Please take my picture.
What are you doing?
You're nice! Come on! Okay, listen, I'll take it myself. Okay, you guys. Come on.
Oh my god.
Say oh
no!
Oh no!
That was great.
Maybe setting up a little prelude to, if you lose, this is what's happening to your team. We've seen it before, just recently.
Yeah.
World's Finest. You kind of got a hint of it with Zipper acting the way he was before the match.
Look at that.
Look at them.
Woo!
That's perfect for framing right there.
Yeah. Love his shirt.
Oh my god, really?
Love it. So good.
Gotta pay his toll if you want to get in that boys' hole.
The team championship, that's right.
So
the challengers.
By the way, I do drink in Schmoedown now. It's happening.
And Whitney Seibold. That's right. They go up against the reigning champions.
No, I just want to sing the night.
The Shirewolves.
Oh,
People love the Shirewolves as they should.
Fighter of the
Christian,
night.
Why do we compete?
You want a little?
Why do we get in this competition
I'm
arena?
retired, Ken.
Oh, why? In general, we, the royal we. Why?
The royal we.
Because
The answer is to win gold.
To win gold.
To win gold.
You're right.
Glory
You're
and
right.
gold. To this is what this is all about, and I'm so excited to be here for this title match. It all comes to these kind of matches.
Well, there's so much story here for sure, because the funny thing is that you rewind, on the first iteration of Inside Schmoedown, you had interviewed a very different, back then, William Bibbiani, who was a little bit more cocky, who was a little bit more arrogant, and he at that time he said he was going to win the singles tournament, he was going to win the teams tournament, he would have both championships, and when Critically Acclaimed debuted, everyone thought this was a team
that was against us.
Yep.
Look, that's me.
They ran too late to the party. There was a big bump in the road. We didn't really, out of the tournament they went. We didn't see them for a little bit.
Hi, that's us, remember?
The attitude got better. And William Bibbiani and Whitney started to show. It's very similar to Bibbiani's singles career. To where he had this big, that Draco match, and then JTE threw him off, and what's going to happen? He eventually gets himself to a #1 contender match, and then he won the championship. Can he repeat himself here? Because Critically Acclaimed is 4-1 now, and all 4 of their wins by TKO.
Well, that's amazing. I didn't even know that stat. Frankie Numbers didn't text me that like he texted you. But the story of William the Beast Bibbiani is very interesting to me. This is a guy who came in heralded, came in like this, and the team, the Critically Acclaimed forums, you think this is going to work. It's like my 3rd marriage. It doesn't work, but you learn, and that's how I got my 4th marriage.
Right.
So that's what happens, and they have learned. I give William the Beast Bibbiani a lot of credit for coming out of a valley and climbing back up to a peak.
And the same can be said for Whitney Seibold as well, who's been playing very well. But here's the problem. The problem is that, yes, they are 4-1, they have 4 knockouts, and they have a championship shot now. The problem is that they have to try to win the championship from the Shirewolves. And the Shirewolves are one of, if not the best team that we have seen. They are 5-0. They have not lost. They are 2 former rookies of the year. You saw what Clark Wolf did last year in the tournament. Lost to Ethan Irwin, the former Movie Trivia Schmoedown champion, in the finals by a word. 1 word, and she would have been playing for that championship. She has played for a championship. She took Sam Levine to sudden death. Rachel Cushing has done the same thing. They are legends in the league. They are Hall of Fame players, and now Rachel Cushing also coming off maybe the biggest win of her career when she defeated Mike Kalinowski, and arguably one of the best matches we've ever seen. She is now the Inner Geekdom champion. She is the first ever female double belted champion, as well as being the first person to ever be double belted with the Inner Geekdom championship. So these ladies are intimidating. They are some of the strongest players that we have ever seen in this game, and it is not really easy for Critically Acclaimed. But Shirewolves also want to make sure that they're chasing that Patriots record of 6 title defenses, or 7 title defenses, excuse me. And now they are going for #2.
Wow, yeah, a lot of accomplishments, a lot of great things you just said there, Christian. But you know what? It just comes back to me: talent, pure talent, and how these 2 competitors, Clark and Rachel, how they have grown in the league. A lot of people know Rachel and I were partners, but
you stabbed her in the back.
Well, maybe that's from a certain point of view, but much like
from a certain point of view.
First 5 marriages ended. All 5 of those women. Actually, it was 4. Right. There was a double marriage. They all went on to better things after. They all went on into bigger and better things, and that's what Rachel has done. For the shadow and the crumbled shards of Nerds Watch, she's now one of the champions, and Clark Wolf is one of the most intense competitors who comes to play. Game day is a thing with her. You kind of like a pitcher in the 5th inning of a no-hitter. You just stay away and let her do her thing. This is going to be a big match.
Now, because I want to hear about your future alimony, I would love to now move over to hear from the players.
Excited to see the promo.
Here we go.
It's funny how I said promo, you said prenup. It kind of worked together too.
Yeah.
And your winners, and still movie trivia Schmoedown champions of the world, Clark Wolf, Rachel Shirewolves.
The life was so good.
Here we are, yeah. I'm feeling good.
Yeah, it's the Magic season, supposedly. I think it's time that we were a part of that season.
Agreed.
We've defended once, and we are very ready to defend again.
Critically acclaimed, they are gaining their respect. Whitney and I have been a great team since the start.
You and I started from humble beginnings, as many do.
We are the smartest people in the whole league, and we got to show that today. We really weren't humble at all.
No, actually, we were really arrogant about it.
We only had one loss, and that loss was by a razor-thin margin, and it was very high scoring. It is our time to finally prove that we are the greatest team in the movie trivia Schmoedown. And you know what? I'm not going to squander it. You going to squander it?
Nah.
Acclaimed is an incredible team. There's no denying
one
that
of the
whatsoever.
best.
We've seen what they do.
They're more than worthy competitors. Both of those guys have known William
I love that
Bibiani for
hair
a really
toss
long time.
from Whitney
the
as
dude's
well,
a walking
every time.
encyclopedia. But that said, Rachel and I think are confident players.
They've got weaknesses. We're aware of them. We've done our homework. And we are ready because we want to keep these belts.
The Shirewolves are formidable opponents. Several wins to their record.
They've never lost.
At least 2 or 3 wins then.
I have wanted to play these two players since I started. They are the smartest, most capable, dramatic, cool, everything. I love them, and there's no way to prove that you're really good at this unless you take on players like Rachel and Clark.
We work so well as a team because
we took
work
on
together.
Clark
It's a
and Riley.
partnership, 50-50.
The Fife Club
They're
coming
good.
together, having that unit for us in last season and last year was amazing. But now we can stand on our own. We've had other managers approach, and the truth of the matter is we're in this together.
I think we've got each other. We're rogue agents back to back, and good luck to Emma and to Mark. But right now it's you and me all the way.
Yes.
Their sense of style is top. You know, they're the top. Everything works well. Except for one thing. Those belts.
I had the singles belt last year.
That's right.
I did, and it felt good. Felt really good. You know what goes with everything? That belt. But you know what? I want another belt. I've had the one belt. I want to try it for a second, and there is no one I would rather wear a belt with than Whitney the Beauty Cybold.
Oh, stop. No,
Never!
keep
You're
going.
beautiful.
going.
I love you.
Critically acclaimed. You've won a whole lot of matches by TKO, but that stops today. We're after the record that was set by the Patriots.
You might have had your TKOs, but you've never played us.
We're going to take the belts from you politely,
Very nice.
gently.
Yes.
We're going to be nice about it,
Very reasonable.
but they're going to be on our wrists.
And possibly our shoulders if they don't fit.
Hashtag belt belts.
Hashtag belt belt.
We're excited to see you out there, but we're
Hashtag
not
belt
going down
belt.
lightly. These belts are going to be ours for a while.
See, I don't want them to lose the belt either, though.
They're not gonna lose it.
Again, it's one of those win-win situations and a lose-lose
But they could lose it.
situation.
I don't know what to.
Great job, Eric. Another fantastic promo.
Right in the feels, right here. Right here, this little box. That's where my feels go.
Look how we got here. By the way, big shout out to Eric, our editor, who's been cutting some amazing promos. I mean, round of applause.
Yep.
For Eric.
Hell of a promo.
Just been insane. Check him out. Check him out over at his YouTube channel, Nerd Chronic. I mean, they've just been so good this season. So, thank you.
We were
Eric.
on that
So,
channel.
as you see inside of those
long
promos,
ago.
this has been storied. We are getting to the fact of where these are a team that was deemed to be champions, haven't gotten there yet, and then a team that has earned their right to be the champions, and they're now going to prove it.
Look, it all comes down to this. The proof is in the pudding. I love pudding. I love proof. It all collides here.
All right, notable accomplishments. Here we go. Critically acclaimed. They have former singles champion. They have 4 victories, and they also have 4 TKOs in all of their victories. And then the Shirewolves. They have way too many Schmoedown awards that I can even list. That's one notable accomplishment. They are both former rookies of the year. They are undefeated. They are the rookie team of the year.
They are definitely
with 1 defense. They're matching against
they're good.
who's the boss?
Accolades?
Mark Riley.
Is that the right word?
Bateman, one of the
Carrying
classics of all
accolades,
time.
tons of accolades.
And now
Is accolades?
we are set
What's an
to
accolade?
battle 10 naps. Are you ready?
Movie Trivia Schmoedown!
Team Championship of the World.
Oh man, I just realized we got 2 killer entrancers as well.
First, with a record
It's Gremlins, if I'm not mistaken.
and 4 knockouts.
Yeah, Gremlins.
Ladies and gentlemen, the #1 contender,
Jerry Goldsmith?
Whitney, the beauty cyborg, the former
See, I know this part. I don't know the beginning.
I did, yeah, for sure.
I know this part.
You hear like the cat screech in the back. Yeah. They had to go to the.
Hi, I'm Leonard Maltin. William Bibiani
He's
and
gonna
Whitney
get killed.
Seibold are back with one of their famous
He's
entrances.
gonna get killed.
Like what they did for Mystery
God,
Science
no.
Theater 3000 or Monsters, Inc. I think you're going to be disappointed this time around. I mean, I'm not one to judge. I just made a silly appearance in Gremlins 2. But I think you'll have to agree with me, this one is pretty much of a letdown. In fact, I'm giving it no star.
Oh damn! I thought they were gonna come and kill him. That was so good. It's so meta.
So meta. I love it though.
So meta.
Even talking about being in Gremlins too.
Uh-huh.
All right.
and their opponents.
That was good.
They just needed Hulk Hogan come out.
Sorry, folks.
With a record of 5 wins, no defeats. They are the 2018
We're gonna get to see them all in like
Rookie
a
of the Year,
couple days.
2018 Team
Love it.
of the Year, and the reigning, defending, undefeated, undisputed movie trivia Schmoedown Team Champions of the World, Classy, Clark Wolf, and the reigning Inner Geekdom Champion, Rachel the Crusher Cushing.
Whooshing. He didn't say it.
Hey there. What'd you think of our last match?
Yeah, I saw it. Sucked as usual.
I think you have really bad manners.
Well, I think you dumb girls should stay out of a man's
Brad Pitt's
game.
so hot.
Where do you get off behaving like that?
Hey, that's why they invented the internet. So ignorant idiots like me could anonymously say whatever they wanted to. I'm a hero. You should be thanking me.
We think you should apologize.
For what? Having a completely uninformed opinion and spewing my stupidity?
You say you're sorry, or I'm gonna make you sorry.
Oh, man. Come on, I have the right to cowardly criticize people better than me.
I bet you even called us didn't you?
Of course I did.
Damn, I hate being called
Are you gonna apologize or what?
No.
Are you gonna apologize or what? I love it.
You.
I don't think he's gonna apologize.
No, I don't think so.
Jesus. I've never seen Thelma and Louise. Should probably watch it. All I know about Thelma and Louise, I know from Wayne's World 2. All the belts, all the records. That was my John Roca. It was terrible. Arroz con pollo. Café con leche. Chicken and beer. Yeah, we listen to Collider Live. Didn't watch
Look
it.
at that. All the gold Rachel's got to put down there.
She's
Look
got
at
to put
that.
one away. So we are now going to go over the rules of round number 1. The competitors.
Oh, heck yeah.
I think we're ready.
Then let's
Get ready to Schmoedown!
All right. Question number 1 comes from the realm of comedies. Who stars as Jesse Montgomery alongside Sean William Scott in Dude, Where's My Car?
I think there's a documentary about JT's life before his car.
That's Where's My Bird.
We're going to run that one into the ground like
I don't know how to spell Ashton Kutcher's last
3,
name.
2,
So.
1.
I do love every time they come up with that joke.
Yes, it is.
Ashton Kutcher.
Yes, thank you.
Ashton Kutcher.
And Bibbs.
Ashton
All right.
All right. Question number 2 comes in the category of horror/thriller. Horror/thriller. What classic Halloween costume is 6-year-old Michael Myers wearing when he commits his first murder in 1978's Halloween? Do you remember what you were wearing when you committed your first murder?
Nothing.
Godzilla. 5, 4.
One Crazy Summer?
3, 2, 1. Whitney Seibold.
A clown.
Yes, it is. Rachel.
A clown.
Yep. Bibbs.
A clown.
And Clark.
A clown.
All right. Punch for punch, Christian. We're starting. This is exactly what we thought we'd get, and now we get.
These
to
are just
question
my type of
3,
questions.
Dramas.
And they lost
In
me.
the 2016 Best Picture winner, Spotlight, which major event in the United States forces the Boston Globe Spotlight team to put their investigation of sex abuse in the Catholic Church on hold?
Attention.
5, 4,
Hello, friends.
3, 2, 1.
I don't know when it took place.
And Rachel.
9/11?
That's correct.
Yeah,
Yes.
that makes sense.
Yes.
No,
We're in Iraq.
Okay, and Bib.
9/11 attacks.
Whitney.
9/11.
I should watch that
Only
movie.
Clark missed
Good.
it. 6-5.
I've seen it.
6-5, only 1 point down, and we get to our next question.
Fourth question comes in the category of action/adventure. Action-adventure.
It's my
Who
birthday.
plays Will Smith's girlfriend and eventual wife in Independence Day? You know, it's like tension and
Forgot her name.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Damn it!
Vivica Fox.
Yes, and Clark.
Vivica A. Fox.
Yes, Whitney.
Vivica A. Fox.
And Rachel.
Vivica A. Fox.
Got it.
So I'm gonna get Whitney new
One
marker.
miss.
All right, next question here. Next question would be from Fantasy Sci-Fi. Fantasy Sci-Fi. Who plays the villainous Thaddeus Valentine in 2018's Mortal Engines?
Titters from the crowd there. Not a fan of 2018.
No. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Clark.
I don't have it.
Didn't have it. Whitney.
Hugo Weaving.
Yes. Rachel.
Hugo Weaving.
Yes.
correct.
Bibbs.
Hugo Weaving. That movie is good.
All right.
10-8.
Yes, it literally is.
All right.
Question 6.
We got
Question
same as the
6 comes in
Shirewolves right
category
now.
of Animated. What 1998 animated film features the songs Playing with the Big Boys, Deliver Us, and When You Believe? For $20 extra, I'll sing all 3 of those if you want.
How about $40 not to?
Deal.
5, 4.
Repeat.
Okay, first one.
JT, what 1998 animated film features the songs Playing with the Big Boys, Deliver Us, and When You Believe?
It just popped in there. I don't know if it's right or not.
4,
I don't know if I
3,
spelled it right.
2, 1. Whitney.
Prince of Egypt.
Yes, correct. Rachel.
Prince of Egypt.
Yes.
You got it. Prince of Egypt.
Yeah. Everybody got it. Everybody got it. All right. That was good. That was good.
When you believe, when you believe.
Movie
It's a good song.
release dates.
It's a good movie.
Number 7. Movie release dates.
And
All
I'm
right.
out.
Gangs of New York, Road to Perdition, and Men in Black 2. They all came out in which year?
Oh my god.
How well do you remember time?
5.
Changing it. Nope. I'm keeping it what it is.
I'm keeping
2.
That's what I was going to change it to.
2002?
That's correct. Bibbs.
2002.
Yes.
2003.
2003.
That's what I was going to change it to.
Rachel and Bibbs got it. They both have.
But you don't know when to trust, like, your gut. Stick with the first or change it to what you think it should be, closer to the date you feel it should be.
Rachel and Bibbs.
I don't
Because
know.
I was trying to remember if Gangs in New York came out before or after Catch Me If You Can, and I was like, I think it was after, so I picked it.
I was just trying to remember numbers.
The following question comes to you from Jeremiah Spivey.
How many did you get?
Jeremiah for support. Patreon.com/Schmoedown
6.
is where you can.
So we're at 11.
The
Tied with the
category is
Shirewolves.
biopics. What former Taxi co-star played Andy Kaufman's manager George Shapiro in Man on the Moon? If you believe, Christian, if you believe. I put him in.
Thank you very much.
5.
It's one of my favorite movies.
3.
Favorite biopics.
1. Pens down and Beast.
Danny DeVito.
That's correct. Clark.
Danny DeVito.
Yep, Whitney.
Time's sexiest man alive, Danny DeVito.
And Rachel.
Danny DeVito.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you said it, Latka.
Rachel, please use your whiteboards here, guys.
I missed
so
one.
We are
So we're at
going to
13?
ask this question,
Yeah, I
and this is
missed
just
one.
for Bibbs and Rachel. Here we go.
We're tied. Unless she
Who
gets...
stars as a small-town lawyer who must defend a man accusing of killing his wife's attacker in the 1959 classic drama Anatomy of a Murder? Anatomy of a Murder. Thank you.
Anatomy of a Murder.
Anatomy of a Murder.
We got 13. That's not bad.
Guaranteed it, and I'm proud of it.
Not bad.
5.
Those memory pills are working.
3. Screw you guys. 2.
Limitless.
And pens down. And Rachel?
Isn't that the, where the guy goes?
James Stewart. 1 point.
What was it?
James Stewart.
Okay. Again, that's just what I should... That should be my Kevin Costner, is Jimmy Stewart.
Why, were you going to pick Jimmy Stewart?
No, but it's what I should pick for all old movies. Just like yours are Kevin Costner for
Or Dick
new.
Tracy.
Unbelievable. Okay, so now we get
That's
to
a
round
character.
number 2.
Not Dick Tracy, you know what I mean.
Warren Beatty?
No.
Round number 2, the
Spencer
champions
Tracy.
of
Spencer Tracy, there we go, that's the name.
No, Jimmy... What's his name? Jimmy Stewart? Jimmy Stewart.
We'd like to go first, please.
You like to go first. Okay, so please spin from the wheel, Bibbs.
Interesting.
Take control there.
Most people play from behind.
Yes.
Yeah, by the pack. Good. Really hard.
There you go.
Spin is in. We haven't heard that in a while. Spin is in.
All right, so they are looking.
You just said it.
I know, but we haven't heard any more.
Since before then. Oh, yeah, taking it, of course.
Carpenter, they got Carpenter. Okay.
6 questions coming your way in the category of John Carpenter. John Carpenter, critically acclaimed. 2 points for straight answer, 1 point for multiple choice. Question 1. Which rapper turned actor portrays dangerous criminal Desolation Williams in 2001's Ghosts of Mars?
Ice
Cube. Oh, Ice Cube, yeah. I knew it was one of the ices.
There.
I was like,
Honestly, I was trying to answer it before he did.
Was released
and
on the
T
same
came up
day
first, but I knew it was
as
Cube.
what other legendary sci-fi film?
E.T.
E.T. the extraterrestrial.
Incorrect.
I didn't
Incorrect
know
for
that.
Steele.
I thought it was E.T.
Blade Runner.
That's correct.
What? Huge!
That's huge, yeah.
All right.
No, but
Happened with us.
The video game series was inspired by the characters in Big Trouble in Little China.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat.
That is correct for 2 points. 2 points.
Mostly why I wanted to play it
Question
when I
out
was
of
a kid.
6. In what state does Starman crash land in Starman?
Shit. San Francisco.
Wisconsin.
Multiple choice, please.
A. West Virginia. B. Florida. C. Wisconsin. D. Montana.
If you said that and we went multiple choice, I'd go with yours.
Montana?
Incorrect for Steele. 1 point Steele.
Florida?
Incorrect. Looking for Wisconsin.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
No
Fifth
offense to people in
question.
Montana and West Virginia.
Fifth question. Which actress
happening again.
portrays Holly in They Live?
I don't remember anybody else besides him and
3.
David
Meg
Keith.
Ward.
Keith David?
Incorrect. 2 point Steele opportunity here.
I don't have it.
All right. We're looking for Meg Foster. Meg Foster.
Oh,
Meg
no.
What is
Foster.
that?
But still a good round so far. Final question in this round, John Carpenter. 6th question. Amber Heard is institutionalized and becomes haunted by a ghost in 2010's The Ward. What is the name of the psychiatric hospital she is kept at?
Wow.
What the hell?
That is a deep cut. Where's
Yeah.
the multiple choice on that?
Really?
That is a multiple choice question if I've ever
All right.
We didn't write them.
A. North Bend. B. Smith's Grove. C. Cherry Lane. D.
Go Eastern State.
I'm gonna go Smith's Grove.
Guess. Wow.
4.
That was not a good
East
round
Bend.
for him.
Incorrect for a 1-point steal.
Can we hear the choices again, please?
A. North Bend. B. Smith's Grove.
North
C.
Bend.
Cherry Lane. D. Eastern State.
They didn't even say the right answer.
No,
Like, they didn't even say one of the options.
No, I thought they said it's
He
East.
said East Bend.
Cherry Lane.
Incorrect. Looking for North Bend. North Bend.
See, we actually
No,
we
they said East Bend.
Which wasn't an option.
Oh.
asked us to clarify because we would have given you an actual one that was given.
Oh no, that's not
So
good.
here we go.
Huge
So
chink in their armor.
Yeah.
Huge.
Still the lead. It is 4 points. Carpenter didn't work out they wanted to, but the
It's
champions
gotta.
will
It's
spin.
like if
Wolf walking to the wheel
the
and
Shirewolves
the
play at
wheel
the top of their
and
game.
we'll see what they let. Whoa!
Huge.
She's going at it.
Did she grab the peg or the wheel?
No, she grabbed the wheel, but it's still, she's just like, I'm ready for this. Let's
Those
just
muscles
do
have
this.
room to breathe. They're like,
It's those
Here
bar
we
classes
go.
she's been
Here we
taking.
go. They're looking for
Like
something strong.
flipping drinks
because
and
Carpenter didn't
pouring
work out
No,
the way they
like it's
wanted
like
to, but
exercise.
you never know what's going to
With a
pop up
bar?
on the wheel for the champions.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
here we go. Oh, look
thinking
at this.
cocktail.
Getting close to it. Oh, wait a minute. Oh!
Please.
Take it.
The spin
Say
again.
it. No.
Clark Wolf is
Come on,
gonna
these
spin
are
it.
good.
That would have been fun for me.
We're only trying to tell you to spin again. Don't spin again or spin again, depending on what we want to see.
Yeah.
Forget what you are.
What you want, it's us.
What your strengths are. It's all about
Spin,
it.
the Titanic would have hit the iceberg.
And it's coming back around. It's coming back around. What's it going to hit? Looks like biopics, Ken.
Looks like...
No,
Nope.
2000.
In the year 2000.
2000.
All right, 2000. I will be asking the questions to the champions here in the realm of the 2000s.
Carpenter was
Or
brutal.
2000s. All right. Here
Yeah.
we go, guys. In the film In Bruges, what Game of Thrones actor played the priest that was the target of Colin Farrell's hit?
Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, but
That's
yeah,
how
you're
I
right.
got it.
Yeah, you're right,
Multiple
Pete.
choice.
A. Charles Dance. B. Kieran Hines. C.
Ooh, none of them.
D. Julian Glover.
I want to say Charles Dance.
Wasn't Peter Dinklage in Bruges?
I don't remember,
5.
but I'm gonna go Charles Dance.
Karen Hines.
Correct.
That's correct.
Okay.
Mance Ritter himself. Mance Ritter himself.
All right, question
Apparently
2.
not. He would have been one of the
In
options.
Yeah, he
Avatar,
would.
Who plays head of security detail Colonel Miles Quaritch?
Stephen Lang.
He had a name?
Yes.
5.
I just
Stephen
call him
Lang.
Ike.
4.
Repeat the
He's
question.
not bluffing.
In Avatar,
You ain't
who plays
bluffing.
head of security detail Colonel Miles Quaritch?
Stephen Lang.
2 points.
2 points there. Pull another 1 point, Christian.
All right, there we go. Question 3. In Hot Fuzz, what is the only word that the dim-witted Lurch utters throughout the film?
LARP? Yarp? Yarp.
Sounds like yours.
A. Blarg. B. Yarp.
Yarp.
C. Farp. D. Narp.
It's Blarg or Yarp, but I think I'd go Yarp.
I would go Yarp too.
Yarp. Which is the hound.
B.
Correct. For 1 point.
Yep.
Ties up
Yarp.
the game.
Rory McCann.
Ties up the game. So now we got question 4. Question 4. Here we go.
From Yarp to the Hound.
Okay, question 4. In American Psycho, which actor plays Detective Donald Kimball, who's the man investigating Patrick Bateman?
Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're right.
Which I
I
almost
couldn't
got
think of
mixed
it
in
for a
with
second.
Boondock Saints.
Yeah.
Because I always connect the
All right,
two
Question 5.
because of Willem Dafoe.
What was the name of Nicole Kidman's character in Moulin Rouge?
Satine.
Yep.
points.
I was like, no, it's a.
I should watch Moulin Rouge.
It's a good movie.
All right, here we go.
Put it
Last
on the
question
list.
Here. Last question. Who stars with Drew Barrymore as a couple trying to get rid of an elderly tenant in 2003?
Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
Ben Stiller.
2 points. 2 points.
I'm trying to look at the cover because they're looking at the cover.
When I think of Ben Stiller cover, I think of a long
Into
Tim Polly.
lead. It is now
Jennifer
26-20.
Aniston.
The champions
Yeah,
have a
and
6
the
point
little
lead.
ferret.
Betting round.
Yeah.
And Clark will now spin that poor wheel, and Clark's going to spin the wheel, and whatever it lands on, we get to the betting
One of
round.
these days,
Betting
man,
round
that
works
wheel's
like
gonna
this.
fall
The
off.
champions will spin. That is something.
He's like, let's do it.
Race my guy here.
So again, look, they were down, and now the champions have a nice, comfortable lead.
I miss the movie trivia Schmoedown on the top thing. I know the C's gone for Collider in the middle, but
Here we go.
9 innings and 4 quarters.
we need new graphics.
And we're landing on movie.
Oh no!
3 points.
Not my thing.
Teams are going to
3
write
points.
down how many
One.
There's some hard ones though.
wager, and we are going to
There's had his hard.
Watch, it's gonna be the one you talked about yesterday, and I totally forgot where it was from.
Which horror classic features the line, "They're coming to get you, Barbara"?
Night of the Living Dead.
Yep.
Right. Well,
And-
there was a lot of
Well, no, it's
flurry at the
Well,
a
top.
little different in Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, but
We're coming to get you, Barbara.
I got it.
Night of the Living
I don't know
Dead.
anything. 5,
Huge.
Scared of the
4,
question.
But I feel like that's
I would have done 3 points.
1.
Yeah.
Lieutenant, how many points?
3.
And you took
Night of the Living Dead.
correct.
That's
Yep.
correct.
They did it too.
1 point.
And we said Night of the Living
There you
Dead.
go. Okay. Yeah, so they
Good, they needed it.
keep
They
it.
needed
Yeah, I'm not sure yet.
Buzzers.
Look, they still
Buzzers.
have a 4-point lead here. It's a 4-point lead. They just went from 6 to 4, but it's still a 4-point
Look
lead.
at
And now
you.
we get into that
Critically
speed round.
acclaimed like us, so they need a little time to get it out,
Here we
and the
go,
buzzers are going to
speed
be
round. We are
hell.
going to give the competitors
Hell.
Yeah, I
5
would. I
questions.
probably would suck at
5
buzzers.
questions. They will
Yeah,
buzz in
I
in 2
absolutely
seconds to
absolutely
answer
would
the
suck
question.
at
If they get it right,
buzzers.
they get a point. If
'Cause I'm
they
like,
miss it, they lose a point with 5 questions.
That wasn't me hitting the buzzer. I'd be like
I
2.
will ask the 5 questions.
That's why you just have to think of it and
Are you
then do
ready?
it before,
Yes.
like.
You're not the champions yet? Challengers.
Is that the strategy?
Yeah.
Challengers, are you ready?
Yeah, we're
All right,
sure.
here we go.
We'll go
All right. Okay. Question 1. What is Jim Carrey's profession in 1997's Live
Lawyer.
Wire?
Lawyer. Lawyer.
Lawyer.
Yes.
I would have hit it
2.
before.
Reese Witherspoon, Josh Lucas, and Patrick Dempsey.
Rachel.
Sweet Home
Yes.
Alabama. Damn it. Yeah. But it's like I had to get
Name
that.
the movie that begins with the narrated line, "People are always asking me if I know Tyler Durden." Rachel.
Fight Club.
Yes.
Yeah. We're all pretending.
What action film franchise features the following characters? Luther, Benji, Julia.
Rachel.
Mission Impossible.
Yes.
Which, yeah, I would have said, but of course,
Last
I take
one.
too long.
Yeah.
In Disney's Frozen, who voices Anna?
Beast.
Kristen Bell.
Oh, Beast. Oh, sorry. No, gone.
Yeah, point
I didn't hear
taken
my
away.
name. I didn't
All right,
Like
point
us.
taken away, and that is Kristen Bell. Kristen Bell was
Yeah,
next. All right, so now the
wish you said my
Shirewolves
name louder.
find themselves with a 7-point lead going into the 5th.
I guess we would have done
and
fair with
final
that
round.
one, sort of.
We
But then,
would've
like, when
still
you
been
'cause
slower than
I
that.
think though
So the
too with the
fifth
point
and
like when you're like, oh, I have it, and then you hit it, and you're like, oh, I lost it.
Yeah. No, I would have done just like critically acclaimed, because I'm just like, ugh. Just shows what happens that you just rush that round 2.
Number 5. Here we go, guys. Number 5. Steven Spielberg is the category.
You'll take that?
I'll take skill.
Whitney
You
will
wanna
take
take it?
Spielberg. Okay.
I'll take
I'll
it.
take it.
Whitney.
Okay, you take it.
What 1989 Spielberg film stars Richard Dreyfuss as the ghost of a forest fire pilot watching his former girlfriend try to move on with her life
Hero?
after he tragically dies?
Always.
2 points.
Always,
2
damn
points. All right.
I would not have gotten that. Neither would have you.
Nope.
Now the Beast
Neither
will
would
have
you.
Number 6. Number 6, Nicole Kidman. William, here we go. Okay. Who directed 2017's The Beguiled?
Sophia Coppola.
Yep.
Yes.
Damn.
All right.
It took me a little bit to get there, but yeah, he got there faster than me.
5-pointer is from number
And we would have
10.
been knocked down.
If critically
Yeah.
acclaim hits it, it bounces back to the champions. Will have a chance to win.
But I would have,
However,
like,
it
if
comes
it
down to
was
this.
The Shirewolves will win via TKO. And here is your category. It was
Oh my
number
gosh,
10.
if they
You guys
win
can
TKO?
collaborate. This is from 90s movies. 90s
Then it's a
movies.
reverse.
Here we go. In Wayne's World, what is the name of Cassandra's band?
Crucial time.
Crucial time. Yep. Unreal.
Crucial taunt.
That's correct.
Unreal.
Yeah, man, we were there.
I just make it babe for a lead singer.
Are you
Unreal.
mental? Are you mental? We were
Now,
there.
Shirewolves have to hit. They just need to hit their
Yep.
3 or their 5. Excuse me, their 2 and their 5. And here we. Shit, they just hit their 5. Here we go.
Screw.
All right, here we go. So
don't mess up, guys.
starting with category 4, Ken.
Category 4 is 70s, 1970s, 2-point question. Who directed? Oh, Sue, who is taking it? Sorry.
I'll take it.
Rachel is taking the question. Who directed the Al Pacino crime classic Dog Day Afternoon?
Sidney Lumet.
2 points.
Damn it! I just watched it like a couple weeks ago too.
Clark Wolf.
Gotta remember those
Amazing
will have a
movie.
chance here to win the game. If she hits this, it is over. If not, they will have a chance to hit the 5-pointer. Here we go.
All right.
I didn't write notes when I
right.
watched it.
McConaughey.
Your category.
That bitch!
Your category is fantasy sci-fi. Fantasy sci-fi. 3-point question. Frank Oz provided the voice of the Wise Man in which 1986 fantasy movie?
Labyrinth.
Wow. I should watch Labyrinth too.
I've seen Labyrinth twice. Did not know that.
Round 2, man. That's what happened to Critically Acclaimed. Not as severe with Hitchcock and Us. So.
Yeah.
And what a fight by Critically Acclaimed, who found themselves in a big struggle. But
Buzzer too. Like I'm right there with the boys. Like my brain would just take too long.
Hell of a battle there. The champions are still the champions. 35-33 Ken, and now
It's great for
they
them.
sit back and they wait to see. Will they be playing Who's the Boss again after that Chicago match? Will they play them again, or will they be facing their former stablemate Mark Andreyko as the Odd Couple and Who's the Boss? Go at it on April 13th, and you guys can still get those tickets. Go on over to the
I wish. I'd be there.
Schmoedownlive.com to watch that #1 contender match. But we know now
We'll be at San Diego Comic-Con for that one now.
We'll be facing the Chicagoans. They'll be facing the Shirewolves.
The pizza.
So let's go and talk to Jen Sturger, who's with both the Critically Acclaimed and the Shirewolves. Here we go.
We need more
Thanks,
Jen at the
Christian. A lot
table.
of
We had her for the
background
free-for-all
going on
last
back
year.
there.
Yeah, we did.
I know
She was good.
That was just not the way you guys thought that was
That'd be
gonna
awesome
pan
if she
out,
was there
and
this time.
You guys had a great match.
3 people
Up
at the
first
table.
round.
I'm cool with that.
I really think that steal in the second round hurt you.
Well,
And
yeah.
then the betting round, you kept it close. And then the speed round
Crap,
happened.
they better not
and it's like
break up.
The wheels kind of fell off.
Yeah, I'm a little perturbed about the speed round. I'm gonna have some harsh words to say at our next rules conference.
I'm sure they'll be
because,
screaming.
Well, listen,
He got thrown
I'm
off
just
by
gonna
the
say
name.
What happened. I'm just gonna say what happened, for better or worse.
He said beast.
I buzzed, and you have to wait for your name to be called, and I kept waiting, and then I heard what sounded like a kitten fart, and apparently that was them calling my name, and I was like, oh.
That wasn't a kitten
And then,
farting?
yeah,
He said beast.
I totally threw me off my game. I knew the answer. I was waiting to say the right answer. There needs to be some sort of decibel rule in the future. I also a little bummed about the question that we got wrong for multiple choice in John Carpenter, where we said the wrong words and they didn't check to see which one we meant because we conflated 2 of them. That should also be a rules conference thing at some point. But listen, it happens. These things happen.
That one I
The
agree
important thing is
getting it wrong
we're
because
never
that's
gonna
your
get
fault for not
Why no?
Paying
repeating the answers.
Right.
Why no,
Our team
why
has
no
no shirts.
challenges, though? Why no challenges? They're there for a reason.
Crap.
Here's something else
I forgot you could do it for those reasons. I thought the question had to be wrong.
Here's something
I love
I've
that
learned.
approach though that he just did.
I
Yeah.
have a slow reaction time.
Yes. Yeah.
It's difficult to hit those buttons on time.
Yeah.
This was his first time being in a Schmoedown title match
I'm
with
gonna
the
say something
buzzer
right now.
too,
Whitney
so
and I
he
had a
still
weird
has the.
journey. We had all these stops and starts.
Yeah, this is your actual first title match together, which, I mean, when I thought about it, I was like, is it?
It's like, remember,
Because I feel like you guys have always been one of the top tier teams
Well,
here. And
that's
so the
kind of
fact that I...
Remember Jack and Jill when Jill broke Al Pacino's Oscar and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, you have another one of those, right? And Al Pacino's like, you'd think so, but no. Like, that's how I feel about the situation.
Referencing Jack and
It's a
Jill.
sad state if you have to compare our current state of affairs to the movie Jack and Jill.
Yeah.
I film carefully. I'm a professional critic. But, listen, it's been a really great journey with you, Whitney, and it's going to continue, and I want to just keep playing matches with you. You're my ride or die. I
Yeah.
hope you never betray me. I hope this isn't setting up some sort of ironic twist later, but for me, you know, we had a great match against the Shirewolves. They won fair and square. They're awesome. They're the best in the
He's
league.
got the movie
For
geek,
now,
though.
We're going
For
to keep
now.
working at it.
Look, we fought hard. That was a bar brawl.
I fell asleep last night. I was
Chairs
so
were
worried.
lifted. Stools were mashed over people's
It
heads.
happens.
We came out okay, I think.
Bibbs didn't even have a chair.
I don't remember.
But
That's smashed.
obviously, this is not the end of critically acclaimed.
Oh God, I hope not. We have a
You go-
podcast.
You go back, you regroup. Hopefully, you guys aren't tired of each other because I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of you this season.
Oh,
fingers crossed.
Oh, we're coming back, and let me tell you something. I don't know if it's allowed. I don't know what the rules are, but whoever loses that odd couple who's the boss match, we might be coming for you if scheduling permits.
We have to go through
and
the
if they
tournament
let us.
again.
Well, we'll see.
Still working on my smack talk.
Yeah, fourth right there.
Don't put us against them if that's the
No more
case.
tags, guys.
Growl.
No more tags.
Growl.
I think I just invited ourselves to the tournament. We can't pull that off.
Champions, the Shirewolves. Ladies, I mean, what an incredible match. You guys have now defended the titles twice. And, I mean, just walking you guys through that match, critically acclaimed, obviously, no slouches. The first round, you guys were actually down. And I feel like, I've watched you both progress so much as competitors that, you would have probably gotten in your heads previously. But, this is a whole new Shirewolves.
Yeah, it does feel like they've kind of controlled and just focused and not let it get to them, which is good.
Second round, obviously, that steal was huge. Absolutely huge. How are you feeling when you made that pull?
Oh, very good. I was just talking to Rachel before we started rolling, and I knew where their minds were. I knew what they were trying to do because it's a famous bit of film history, but that E.T. and The Thing came out the same year, and America collectively chose the friendly alien and not the vicious, murderous alien.
Who would?
Oh, yeah. So, but it also is a very famous piece of trivia that two sci-fi classics, The Thing and Blade Runner, came out on the same day, and both flopped at the time. So I knew where their head was at. But I mean, I do appreciate what
I
you
was
said
thinking that.
earlier
Oh man, I
about,
was
like,
thinking
the
E.T.
miss in
Yeah.
round one.
I was thinking it's a movie release date, sort of. I don't know.
We really are working on not letting that stuff get to us.
You have to play one question at a time,
Yes.
and if
They're
you
kinda
miss
all
something,
bundled
we
together
both
in that
the
same
past
area of
let
80s.
that bother
See,
us.
it did so
And
good in the first
therefore
round,
you're
though.
not concentrating on the next question, and maybe you miss that one, and then it snowballs, and you can get into your own head, and both being up there side by side and talking those kinds of things through, we've both learned that you can't let that happen, and you have to move on.
In round 3, obviously, Clark hits something that she knows, and then speed round. Rachel, you were on fire.
She
I
killed
think
it.
your hands are burning.
She was so
I
good.
figured it out. I don't know. I'm notoriously terrible at the speed round.
Nope.
But this time, I don't know.
The speed round
It worked.
obviously didn't go Bib's way, and that was that's one of those challenging moments where you're like, well, if you didn't agree with what was happening, speak up in the moment and don't wait until after the fact.
That's the other thing about this. The more you play, the more you realize that, honestly, Bibiani probably knows more movie trivia than the rest of us. I honestly think that he's a walking encyclopedia with this stuff. But this game is a game. It's not just about the trivia.
Tactic.
You can't get in your head. You have to know about your JTE rules. You have to know about your challenges. You have to know about your options. And, I think
Write it on my
that had
hand.
been us,
It might be
I
so
was
sweaty it's all black.
That was
hopefully gotten a new question.
I was sitting there going, nope, you challenge that. That is but this is how, I think that we are really trying to play the game.
That's something that you guys have totally, I've watched you grow, because before, you both are obviously monsters with movie trivia, but the strategy has increased so much with how the two of you play the game that that even when you aren't having your strongest day trivia-wise, that's just going to be something that people are going to come up against you guys, and they just aren't going to be prepared for.
Yeah, we talk a lot about strategy. Yeah. We really do. We talk a lot about strategy going into the match, but also in between.
During the match.
Yeah.
We talk between every round.
Yep.
I don't know if the cameras are on us, but we always, what just happened? Okay, we're down by this, we're up by this.
Where are we at?
Where's your head? We communicate and
Jade
we
gets-
figure it out as we go, but it's always as a team, and it's always knowing all the pieces of the game. You have to keep that
Vanessa would write it on the whiteboard, though, and then
accolades
accidentally
aside,
erase it.
obviously, and congratulations on today.
There's a mental note for later.
We are still looking ahead, obviously, to April 13th at Chicago, because that's obviously a big match coming up between Who's the Boss and The Odd Couple, your former teammate, Mark Andreyko, with the Fife Club. Now, I know it would be weird
And
to have
Riley,
to face
technically,
Mark, or do you
again.
want to face Who's the Boss again? Like, I'm sure there's a lot of emotions
We're
going
big
into this.
fans of Mark.
Always. I mean, Fight Club had 2018. We will always have that. We will always, be rooting for Mark, except when he plays us. But that's a formidable team, and I honestly think that match in Chicago is going to be a barn burner.
Yeah.
We will be
Andrenko,
watching live
as
from
Finsuck would call
here,
him.
taking notes and doing our due diligence. But we will be ready for either one of those teams. But I have gone on record saying that I think rematches are fun. I think beating Ben Bateman is fun. Yeah, we have done it before, so we'd be eager to do it.
Twice.
Well, congratulations again today, ladies. on another
Two-time
win.
time.
Wow, 2019, maybe the next year for the Shirewolves. We'll have to see.
Thank you.
All right, like as you see, look, obviously critically acclaimed, a little bummed out there too. William didn't think that he didn't hear.
He might have a case.
He didn't hear me say beast. I don't know. I
said it wrong.
I understand that.
He might have me in court. I get it.
Well, either way, it comes down to the fact that the Shirewolves played really, really strong.
You should
They
have
found themselves
stuck
down.
with
They came
Bibiani.
back. The John Carpenter hurt the critically acclaimed for sure. And it's a tough loss. William Bibiani is one of the most passionate people that we have in this league. He's the managing editor of TriviaSD.com. He cares about this league. He really wants to. So you understand why he was bummed. But then you hear the Shirewolves. These women right now, Rachel Cushing already is making a play for Player of the Year. I mean, she's already. We're a month and a half into it. The teams of the Shirewolf already coming back in. They have 6
Ken was going to take a drink and then he decided not to.
And now they.
That's what lost Great Kinnear the Oscar and As Good as It Gets.
That's going to be a fight.
We haven't built a physical Hall of Fame yet for the Schmoedown, but there's going to be an entire wing to the Shirewolves.
Because he
You're
didn't
going to have to
drink.
enter and look at all their
He
accomplishments.
didn't eat the
'cause this was
eggs on the
impressive. But
table.
33
He
points
ate
in
it
a
like he was
losing
going to
effort
eat it, and then he went
critically
back down and
no
did
one's
it
gonna write
again.
off this team
And he
as
said
the
that,
battle
he
for the
says
title
that's why he
will
lost the
obviously
Oscar.
go on.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
In As Good as It Gets.
Look,
It was on
they-
SNL. He
They
hosted.
really made no. When Jen asked them about who they wanted to see, they both said it would be fun to see.
You never find that in the Schmoedown.
Rachel said it before in Schmoedown Rundown, and she said it again too. They want to take out Who's the Boss again, and they know Who's the Boss wants to take them out. So
Angela
that
is the
little
boss.
rivalry sitting there, but Odd Couple's not going to let that happen, and I know Roxy Stryer has other words about it too. So we are very excited to hear what a battle between a great championship match between critically acclaimed, who has absolutely no. They should not hang their head low at all because that was an absolutely great.
We'll give them
performance.
hugs when we
Came
see
back
them.
after being down 7, and now we still have the champions: Clark Wolf, Rachel Cushing. Guys, go on over to TriviaSD.com. Check out articles every day over there.
Tim
Make sure you
Franco.
join Patreon. You
Remember
can
that guy?
download episodes of the show on audio. Go
Needs
to
to come
Apple
back.
Podcasts, go to Spotify. It helps
Eventually,
tremendously. You're not
when he's
part of the
ready.
Patreon, you
Haven't
can't be
seen
part of
him,
the
I
Patreon.
feel like,
Well, do us a
in
favor and go
forever.
download because guess what? It's free.
A long
Go and listen.
time.
Test yourself.
Since
Try to
last
get new
year.
people involved. Like just hey, can you get this right? Wait, what's that show you're listening to? Audio works. Do it. Right, Ken?
Audio does work. I'm a fan of audio. That's why I love headphones, Christian. But more than that, I love the movie Trivia Schmoedown, and thank you for all your support. Spread the word, like he said.
All right, guys, so thank you. And once again, we're going to be in your city sooner or later, so go on and get those tickets to Schmoedownlive.com. You want to check out the free-for-all. That is March 23rd.
Yay,
LA.
they finally
Come
changed
and
the
check
poster
us out. 40
image
competitors
to
going
40.
for the grand prize of any title that they want. Last person standing. Just mentioned the April 13th Chicago match. Not only Who's the Boss versus Odd Couple, Mr. Alex Damon, Star Wars Explained himself, puts his title on the line, and it goes down during Star Wars Celebration. And finally, May 18th in Houston at the Booker T Arena.
I looked up tickets, I looked up hotels, I looked up how far it would be to drive, I looked up airports, flights. Can't happen.
That if Ben Bateman
Love to go,
loses,
but it just
he does
can't
not
happen.
Get into
Not
the
this
Ultimate
time
Schmoedown
around.
Singles
Yeah.
Tournament, and if Andrew Guy loses, then Bateman gets to pick Andrew Guy's next singles match. All right, so with that, that's the Pit
Again,
Boss.
amazing
Hang out,
artwork
watch
by
Inside
Brian
Schmoedown
Ward.
every Monday. I'm Christian Harlow.
Incredible.
We will see you next time.
Postscript?
Oh gosh.
Oh, come in. Oh, what's up, Dan?
Sorry to interrupt you. How are you?
See you, man.
Is this still a stable?
We've got time for you, brother.
How you doing? How you been?
Doing good, feeling great. Our horsemen are doing well. Riley's doing good. You're a 3-time champion. We're feeling our mojo again as a tag team. It's a good year for the horsemen.
We're having a great year. That's something I want to throw by you.
Okay.
I've been doing some thinking. you're right. Horsemen are doing great.
Does he got
Think about
someone?
some ideas, ways that we can sort of, you know, shake things up, do something different.
Okay.
We need a couple new members.
We do.
So
You got somebody in mind?
Yeah, I do actually. I had a couple thoughts.
Okay.
I was talking to Riley.
Right.
Okay.
Love that guy.
Is he gonna try and bring Bateman?
I was thinking about bait.
Come on.
First, Riley, now you. Why are we talking about Bateman in this room?
I know, I get it, John. But just hear me out, all right? He's having a good year. Horsemen are having a good year. He and Riley, they're a good team. They already played for one team's title.
Yeah.
Maybe they're going to play for another. If they win that, that's 2 more belts in the Horsemen. That means if I got the singles belt or you got the singles belt and they got a belt, that's 3 belts for the 4 of us, John. And he's saying, oh, I'm reformed, and I know you can't trust him. I can't trust him either. If he's lying, we kick his ass out of here, John. He's gone. And then it's me, you, and Riley. We're right back to where we started. But he's got no Riley. He's got no us. He's got no Guy. He's going to be alone. He's going to be crippled. Plus, John, and this is a big personal thing for me, if Ben Bateman joins the Horsemen, that is going to drive Andrew Guy.
Yep.
Damn, Dan, this is a new side of you. It wasn't dangerous. This is more vicious, Dan Mo. I haven't seen this color on you ever.
We've been playing each other a lot of years.
Yeah.
I like the game, but I like to strategize too. I'm not telling you what to do. I know there's a lot of history. Just think about it. That's all I'm saying.
He's like, damn, that's a good one. What a fantastic match. Something to not even put your head down. I mean, they had 33 points going into the ending of that 5th round, and they did a phenomenal job. Like, critically acclaimed is a good team. They just need to kind of, like what the Shirewolves were saying, they need to kind of just focus and then go out there and do their thing.
Take their time in that second round.
Yeah.
That second round is detrimental, and we see what happens when they kind of jump to the wrong answers. I mean, sometimes it just pops in your head, and that's the one you go for. And you even heard it at one point where Bibiani, like he knew after the fact. If he knew after the fact, if they just took a little bit of time and talked it through, they would have got there. And now, granted, though, when you're up at that table, the time limit is like that. It's instant.
It feels
you need
like
to answer.
that,
Yeah. So you really don't have time to talk it through. But even just those extra seconds can get you to that right answer. But yeah, it just didn't work out. Multiple choice in those situations would have helped. But again, confidence in your answer is detrimental to your game because you end up jumping with that first thought that pops in your head without thinking, ooh, am I sure? When Winston did that in his match and he went to multiple choice because he did not know the Cruciatus curse and he didn't know the pronunciation. Turns out he had no freaking clue what the answer was. But in those situations when you're not sure, take it.
He was mistaking a spell for that
Septera or whatever it was.
He was mistaking a spell that has nothing to do with
versus the curse.
Versus the curse, and I think that's where he was getting. I knew exactly where his mind was going.
Of course, but he went to multiple choice, and that saved him because he would have thrown out whatever was in his head.
I can't say it. Sector Sempta or something like that. Yeah,
and the same thing happened with us with Jaimon Hunsen, where it's like I don't know how to pronounce his name at that moment, so it's like.
But it's like, do you know it, but do you go for it? And then they're like, ooh,
screw it up.
That doesn't,
Which in the same round I did with Martin Sheen. I said Michael Sheen, but I meant Martin Sheen. Doesn't matter. It turns out it was Alec Baldwin. Had we gone to multiple choice and neither Martin Sheen wasn't on the list.
I'm sure Martin Sheen was
probably
be
was.
on the list,
and I would have been like, oh, Martin Sheen. But I would have been 1 point less versus them stealing the 2.
That's true.
So playing it a little bit smarter versus just jumping the gun, it is detrimental to the game. And that's what happened to Critically Acclaimed.
I can feel it. One of these days, I'm going to get a question, and it's going to be Ethan Hawke, and I'll say Matt Dillon instead. Because for some reason, those two, I always get mixed up.
And it happens. You end up mixing up some people every once in a while. Spencer Tracy and
Dick Tracy.
Jimmy Stewart. But... Dick Tracy and Spencer Tracy. Yeah, I could see he'd make a good Dick Tracy too back in the day.
Yeah.
But either way, very happy for the Shirewolves. They dominated. They are
very, very
a well-oiled machine. They've got it down. The tact, the knowledge, everything is there. They are unstoppable. They'll be unstoppable for a while. And you probably end up seeing Bateman and Riley being the ones that go up against them just because...
It would be cool to see a rematch happen between Riley and Bateman, like you said.
Right.
But then it would be kind of interesting to see Odd Couple go up against them because of the relationship that Andrejko and the Shirewolves and the Fight Club had in the past. So it's kind of a win-win either way, depending on who wins.
But the thing is that I think Riley and Bateman would have more of a regiment down, where Andrejko had a regiment with Fight Club, and I don't know if he's going to still have that with Roxy and with Snyder. I don't know if there's anything going on there.
But there's also that advantage that Andrejko kind of knows where, like, Clark and Rachel's heads are at.
That's if he can get past Riley and Bateman, who have the regiment of studying.
That's very true, but I'm just saying if they do win, Andrejko does have that advantage of knowing, like, how the Shirewolves look, so that he can, like, be counterintuitive and study if they choose to.
Right, and that's why I feel like it's going to end up falling on Bateman and Riley, because when Riley is hot, when Riley is on his game, the man's
on
unstoppable.
a winning streak.
When he's unstoppable.
He's just go, go, go.
By the way, can I say that I need Bateman to step it up? Bateman, just in terms of not your gameplay is great. Your attitude. Bateman, you are ridiculous. If you are going to join the Horsemen, you need to be the wild card of the Horsemen. He is so calm and collective now. No, Bateman, stop. You are Ben Bateman. Let it go. And he, in that match, when he went up against Guy, he let it off the chain just a little, dropping an F-bomb in the match. Bateman, you need to go nuts. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. But on a good side. And that's what Bateman needs to bring to the Horsemen. Because everybody else is already very solemn and quiet and calm and cool and collective. We don't need that. We need Bateman. The Bateman that we loved in the beginning, but on the flip side of Guy. The anti-Guy.
Right. And then essentially kind of be what Roca used to be, too, kind of just there, but also very... loud,
of course,
and very boisterous of being there and being part of the team, but just being on the other side. So he kind of has to be what Roca used to be, as far as being like sort of the outlaw, but not the outlaw, but being in the Horsemen.
The good side. Yeah, he needs to be on the lighter side of that. You can still have anarchy, but be on the good side. So
this whole thing going back and forth between this just reminds me of Always Sunny. Hello, hello, when he's like smoking in there in the mailroom.
There is no Carol in HR. Now all these people are up there screaming about their mail, Charlie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a hell of a thing to see unfold in the next few months. We are going to be at San Diego Comic-Con. Got our press passes. We will be there for the Schmoedown Live. I don't care what panel's going on. I'm going to be at the Schmoedown Live event in San Diego for that.
If it's a really good panel, though.
Sorry, I'm going to be at the Schmoedown Live event.
If it's DC?
I'll definitely be at it. I'm just kidding. No, I will be at the Schmoedown Live event. And they do it at night, so all the panels are usually done by that time. But we are going to be there. So excited for that one. We'll be at the Free-For-All, which we're really excited for. We're going to be at San Diego Fan Fusion, which is shaping up to be a hell of an event.
Phoenix Fan Fusion.
Did I say San Diego
You
Fan
sure
Fusion?
did.
Just give it time. But yeah, it's going to be Phoenix Fan Fusion. A lot of stuff coming up. But thank you guys for watching our reaction to the battle between Critically Acclaimed and the Wolves of... Ooh, Shirewolves. I was just reminiscing. What did you guys think? Let us know down in the comments below. I'll stop myself. You can also like and subscribe.
And do the thing on our Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Stardust.
All the social networking ginger over there. Keep the party, fuel the party, keep the party going on our Patreon. Get us where we need to go. Check out all the reactions we just did. It's been a crazy week. And now we got to get everything together, edited, uploaded, so we can head to California. They know how to party, and late to the party showing up there. So thank you guys so much. And as always,
now it's time to say goodbye.
This party is over. Bye.
Bye.